it's still, I think about it for more than 5 minutes, I still smile because of the way that he influenced me, the way that he influenced our coaches and players, and the example of how to live that he left us.
Chester was always positive, and there were times when not only would he mentor our players, but he would come to me and say, hey, you know, you've been a little too hard on the guys about certain things. Maybe you can lighten up and approach it this way.
It was such an enjoyment to have him here because I felt like he was one of the only people I could relate to. The fact that I knew Chester wasn't always perfect, even though he was striving to be that, the fact that I knew that he was just like me in some ways, in the way that he thought about things and the way that he approached and his vocalness, and everything about him was very similar to the way that I dealt with life.
I think one of the things that really he taught me was to always kind of step back and look at it and just kind of figure out your own way to do it and just kind of stay optimistic, stay positive.
He's so loud, you know, and a former defensive lineman, you know, whenever anybody got close to the quarterback, sack, that was a sack. Oh, no, you didn't get away from that. It didn't matter if it was Andrew Luck. Oh, Andrew, no, he got you, he got you. Oh, no, you ain't that big, we got you down. Nope, next play. You know, just, it was always talkative, it was always energetic. It made it fun, but still competitive.
One of the things that Chester always made sure is before he went up to the press box, he sat with us and he said, look, you go out there and you leave it all on the field. And it's so cliche, but it means so much more coming from him, because now he's not here to tell it to us, but now we actually have to live what he says.
There were times when I would look over my shoulder, and especially if we didn't have the success that I felt like we should have during a drive or so, and he would say, keep chipping away. You know, don't worry about it, let's move on to the next play. It was different for me, as well as it was tough to actually coach the Fiesta Bowl game, and there were times during that game where, you know, just out of habit, I would look over my shoulder, and but he wasn't there.
The defense, and I think the whole team, has really learned to kind of fight through tough times because of the attitude that Chester always carried with him.
He was never going to let anything bring him down, and if he did, he never showed it. And if he ever felt like he needed an escape, he would go spend time with his girls, his wife, read the Bible.
It changed my life. It changed my outlook. It changed my perspective.
When you're influenced by somebody in such a positive way, you got to keep that with you, even when they're no longer with you.